President Obama has signed a bill that will make it easier for workers to sue their employers for pay discrimination. The Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act requires companies to keep detailed records on employee pay decisions. Under the new law, employees have 180 days after receiving a paycheck to file a lawsuit. This means any paycheck can be used to prove a violation of the new law, not just the first one, as the Supreme Court ruled 12 years ago. The Ledbetter Act is named after an Alabama woman who sued Goodyear Tires when she found out her male colleagues received higher pay even though they worked in similar positions.
President Obama and Vice President Joe Biden met at the White House Monday with Democratic congressional leaders about an economic stimulus package. Last week, an $819 billion version of the package passed the House, but with no Republican votes. Vermont Governor and Vice Chairman of National Governors Association, Jim Douglas, a Republican, is helping Obama and Biden with the GOP votes. The Senate is now working on its version of the package.
Bank of America received $45 billion in taxpayer bailout funds, but despite that the bank sponsored a 5-day fair just outside the Super Bowl, B of A logos covered games and interactive entertainment attractions in the 800,000 square foot NFL event. Critics say Bank of America's spending on their sponsorship is a serious abuse of taxpayer money. ABC reports that insiders say the bank spent close to $10 million on ads.
Now we are going to toss it over to BJ with the rundown on the Super Bowl.
And it's gone.
The Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Arizona Cardinals 27-23 in Super Bowl 43 to give them their 6th overall championship, the most in NFL history. The Cardinals took a late 23-20 lead when quarterback Kurt Warner connected on this 64-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald. But the Steelers responded as quarterback Ben Roethlisberger connected on a 6-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Santonio Holmes with 35 seconds left. Holmes' catch helped him earn Super Bowl 43 MVP honors and gave the Steelers their 2nd Super Bowl victory in the last 4 years. Mike Tomlin became the 2nd African-American head coach to win a Super Bowl and the first one to be hired under the Rooney Rule to win it all. The Rooney Rule was established in 2003 by Steelers owner Dan Rooney, which says that any team hiring a head coach must interview at least one minority candidate. It only seemed fitting that the team that put this rule in place is the first team to benefit from it. This year's Super Bowl commercial showed little signs of the current recession. Beer and car commercials were slightly less plentiful. Pepsi Max sold itself as the first diet soda for men. In the ad, men cheerfully exclaimed, "I'm good," after being victims of violent accidents. Doritos had one of the more amusing ads. Each crunch instantly made the consumer's fantasies come true. The domain registration company, GoDaddy, was extremely happy with their ads featuring Danica Patrick. The company saw a spike in new customers, so while the highlight of the evening was definitely the outstanding contest, the commercials did not disappoint the viewers less interested in sports. A picture has surfaced of Michael Phelps, and he was not in the water. A picture of the swimmer inhaling from a marijuana pipe was published in Britain's News of the World newspaper. The picture was taken at a party last November. The gold medal swimmer issued a quick apology, saying, "I engaged in behavior which was regrettable and demonstrated bad judgment. I am 23 years old, and despite success I have had in the pool, I acted in a youthful and inappropriate way, not in a manner that people have come to expect from me. For this, I am sorry. I promise my fans and the public it will not happen again." It is unlikely that Phelps will face any legal repercussions, but his marketable kid-friendly image could take a major hit. The Los Angeles Lakers will be without their star center, Andrew Bynum, for the next 8 to 12 weeks with a torn MCL. Bynum was injured when teammate Kobe Bryant crashed into him during the Lakers' victory over the Memphis Grizzlies. The injury brings back nightmares of last season when Bynum missed the final 46 regular season games and the playoffs with a knee injury. The Los Angeles Clippers' losing streak was extended to 5 games. Their most recent defeat came at the hands of the Washington Wizards. Rookie guard Eric Gordon has been the Clippers' top player. He has averaged just over 20 points per game in his last 5 contests. The CSUN men's basketball team is now in 2nd place in the Big West following its 79-68 win over the Cal Poly Mustangs last weekend. CSUN was led by Josh Jenkins' 18 points on 5 of 8 shooting. The Matadors shot 52% from the floor and 53% from beyond the arc. They limited the Mustangs to just 36% shooting. The Matadors improved their conference record to 6-3. The Matadors look to improve their overall record to 500 when they play Cal State Bakersfield on Thursday, February 4th. The Northridge men's volleyball season is underway. Valley View News' Tamara Tartier reports on the expectations for the season.
Last season, the Northridge men's volleyball team fell short of making it to the national championship game. This year, they come into the season ranked 2nd in the nation. Jeff Campbell heads into his 12th season as coach of the Matadors, and he, along with his team, have high expectations for the season.
Well, we want to win a national championship. That is the most important goal for our team.
Expectations are to win a national championship. Doesn't matter what we're ranked, doesn't matter how we do it. We don't need to go undefeated. We just want to get hot at the end. We want to win the national championship.
Campbell says if they're going to win the national title, there's a few areas they will need to focus on.
We're going to have to serve well. It's one of our strengths right now. And also, we're going to have to just be healthy.
The team is led by All-American Eric Vance, who is the team's only senior.
For a long time, we were usually the hunters. I could say now we're the hunted because, we're ranked number 2 in the nation. But we always got to try to keep the mentality that, we're the underdogs and we got to play hard out there. Stuff to prove.
Kevin McNiff is the team's middle blocker. He says the team feels more confident after last season's success.
I think our team chemistry is a lot better than last year, so everyone's firing on all cylinders, so I think we should be better this year.
The starting center, Matt Stork, is a freshman.
I feel like we're playing better, and we're playing really well right now, and everyone's kind of meshing together, so it's pretty good.
Currently, the team is 6-2 on the season and 3-2 in the toughest conference in the country. From Northridge, I'm Tamara Tartier for Valley View News.
Well, that's it in sports. Back over to you, Mazen.
Many Americans are now adopting an unusual eating habit to combat obesity. The habit is called intermittent fasting. People who follow the diet eat at certain times of the day or specific days of the week. The chief of neurosciences at the National Institute on Aging says moderate fasting has many health benefits, but not all nutrition professionals see the advantage of fasting. In fact, they think it's a recipe for disaster, setting up a person for binge eating and metabolism confusion. But researchers who study fasting and caloric restriction say the body's hunger cycle will ultimately adjust.
Up next, news and entertainment.
And it's the Chinese New Year.